Here's something a little different, an ELC match. This is the new redshift in 8.11. The map's been completely changed and I didn't know where to scout from the best of times before, so this was a bit of a learning experience. So I decide I'm going to go and spot on the east flank as this guy gets out of my way. There's no real rhyme or reason to it, I just figured maybe I'd be able to find a nice bush there where I could hide without getting pushed on too hard, whereas if I was to go west I'd probably get spotted the moment the enemy started moving up the one line, which they still do. So as you can see, both teams are pretty shockingly bad. That's how things go at tier 7 and below, or even tier 9 and below these days. So I set up in this bush here, binocs up, net up, and just wait. It doesn't show in the replay, but I also had my hull locked at this point so I could look around without having to hold the right mouse button and without accidentally traversing my tank and breaking my camo and binocs. So we've got our first couple spotted already, and there we go. It's a Hellcat removed from the game by my spotting. Also the SG-100Y up, right at the edge of my view range, and an IS driving through the middle. So while I'm sitting here watching, I'm also trying to mentally tally how many tanks are going where. So there's a couple that are hanging around the middle. That IS was heading to the east. So that's 3 tanks now trying to push through the middle. The reason I was doing this is just trying to figure out where my team's going to be weak in case I need to scuttle around and actually put my gun to use later. But for now I'm just keeping these guys spotted. You can see they're not in cover from the position I'm in, apparently not from my teammates either. And for the moment my team's putting out decent damage, so there's no reason for me to move. Just getting a little concerned. We're now 3 tanks down to the enemy's 2, although ours are all tier 5s and they've lost a pair of 6s. But I decided to just stay passive for a while. See what happens. Ideally, I'd like to relight those guys in the middle and see some shots going to them. Now, what happened there is I just auto-aim that guy. For if I need to actually go get fighty, I can just go straight for him. But the lock breaks when he gets unspotted, and so I just continue sitting. Now, because I had my hull locked and I was holding right mouse for good measure, when I auto-aimed that guy, my tank didn't actually immediately turn to face him. Now I decide it's time to get in a fight. IS is cresting the hill in front of me and I can't trust our 3601 to actually do anything to him. So I put him one shot, and I don't think I was spotted there, or if I was, they're not paying attention to me. So I was looking for a second shot, but the 3601 actually does manage to handle the IS. Now looking for shots at that KV if he gets respotted, but he's on the back side of the hill, as is the Churchill. Take a bit of a Hail Mary shot at his turret, but ELC is not really known for its accuracy, and so it sails straight over the top. You notice I'm being rather liberal with the APCR in this tank. It's just because when you're in an ELC you really cannot afford to bounce. So I took a shot of that guy and backed off. And then my teammates in the east have cleaned that up and start working their way across the middle. I head up here, tussle with the Churchill 7 and the Cromwell, and maybe get some more spotting done. So you can see all these guys over here are quite badly hurt, both on the enemy team and my own. Churchill 7's back is hanging out here, but unfortunately I just don't wait nearly long enough for aim and I miss completely. It's an ELC, you have to wait for aim or get close, one of the two. Now what's left is the Artie and the T29. Given the choice, I'm going to go for the T29. So I try and juke his shots while closing the distance. Being such a small target and moving so quickly, the ELC is very, very hard to hit when it does this kind of thing. And he's not very good, so I expect him not to be able to really do anything about me. So I steer the wrong direction here, but thankfully get away with it. I had room to turn to the right, I just didn't. So I take a hit from our 59-16 there because he's such a terrible shot. My own shot there was hampered by gun depression, but now I'm just up against this guy, he can't even hit me. So I put another shot into him and he goes down. So, pretty easy match. The only damage I ended up taking was from teammates and being pushed by the T29 basically. This is how you want an ELC game to go. It's nice, easy tiering, a team that knows what they're doing, plenty of space to flex around when you actually want to put your gun to use. It's not bad, and Red just seems to be a bit better now for light tanks. It's a bit better now for every tank, I think.